This word icon carries a rich and multifaceted meaning, but most importantly, understand that an icon is a tangible symbol that connects to intangible ideas. And you do this every day and don't even think about it. Every single day of your life, when you pick up your telephone, you are messing with icons. Lord have mercy. I'm going to say it again. It is a tangible symbol that connects to intangible ideals. So when you pick up your telephone and you touch it, trying to send a text message, and when you get through, sometimes we don't even send a text message. We just open it up, and because of what somebody said, we hit a heart and we send it. But we ain't just trying to send the heart. There's an ideal behind the heart. Am I in the right house? The ideal behind the heart is to say something like, okay, I love you, maybe, or I'm compassionate, or there's a connection. Let's work on this for a minute. Y'all might ought to even take out your phone, baby, but don't go playing around on it. But in your text messages, sometimes when somebody sends something to you, instead of you going through a long process to tell them that you agree with it, what do you do sometimes? I'm in the right house today. You give them a thumbs up. Why? Because you're saying, I affirm what you say. In other words, there is something behind. Jesus, help me here today. I approve, I agree. In other words, you ain't got to worry about me because you have a positive response from me. Am I in the right house? Let's do some homework for just a minute. If I was to send a dove, what would that mean? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Peace. I'm saying peace and hope. If I sent an anchor, what would I be saying? It deals with stability and security and hope. Am I? So are y'all understanding that one thing leads to an intangible ideal? That you have a icon, a picture, a symbol. Lord have mercy. I mean, the list goes on. You can talk about a wedding ring. The wedding ring says, hey, you know, I'm committed to this, right? Yeah. But then when you start thinking about it, because when I first mentioned this, I saw Griffin said, now, let that sink in. Because you are, look at somebody, tell them, you are an icon. Because most of the time when we hear something about an icon, we think about famous people, right? Like, watch this now, because here's an idea. So if I mention the name Michael Jordan, what comes to mind? Basketball. Y'all see how one name leads to others. Woo! I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it one more time so you can catch it. Do you see how one name leads to all of these other things? Because when I said Michael Jordan, you said what? Basketball, shoes, Nike. Oh, y'all mean y'all got it going? Okay, I got you now. Let's make sure. If I mention Albert Einstein, what would come to mind? So smart, intelligence, curiosity, science. If I would mention Rosa Parks, what comes to mind? Say, sit down. Y'all see all this stuff that's coming out of one name? I ain't got enough time today. Lord have mercy. Steve Jobs. Y'all probably, maybe y'all don't know who he is. iPhone, Apple. Say money. Y'all see that? Innovation, creativity. Watch this now. One more. Martin Luther King, what comes to mind? Civil rights, all that. Social justice, compassion, service. It's me. I have a dream. Icons are small symbols. Stay with me for just a moment. Icons are small symbols or images that represent something else. Applications, files, commands, but they provide, watch this word, access to something beyond itself. Lord have mercy. I really want to preach it, but I need to maybe take time, because if we realize when you're dealing with an icon, the icon is not the whole thing. The icon is nothing but the access to a bigger picture. Lord have mercy. And so when we deal with computers, icons, they give us access to interact with the virtual world. It is a bridge. Lord, it is a bridge. Lord have mercy. I'm going to say that again, because we gotta figure out something. Why am I going through so much? Why am I dealing with so much right now? What did I do wrong? I've tried to live my best. I tried to do everything the Lord wanted me to do, but the truth of the matter is you are an icon. And the truth of the matter is an icon is of no use unless you come in contact with it. In other words, you don't get to the other stuff until you deal with the icon. And in order for you to get to the other stuff, you got to press it. And see, the problem with some of us right now is we can't stand the press. Yeah, I'm going somewhere. I'm going to say it again. We can't stand the press. We don't want to go through nothing because we think we better than all of this and all this other stuff. But the truth of the matter is, all this stuff most of us going through is not even about us. It's about God wanting somebody else to experience him. And he put you down here in the earth so that you could be a representative of who he is. So I think we got it now. We are icons. Matter of fact, it's crazy because when you do study, you find out in the Greek, the word icon is the word icon or econ, E-I-K-O-N, which literally means image. And the Bible says that we were made in the likeness, in the image of God. But we have hijacked God's church and made everything about us. That's why we live in our best lives until everything go wrong. And then we want Jesus. But we didn't need Jesus until everything fell apart. But the truth of the matter is you ain't got to really worry about nothing when you understand that your life ain't your life no more. But long time ago, somebody hijacked God's plan and became thieves and decided that they wanted to do this thing the way they wanted to do it. And we're dealing with the same mindset that Jesus had when he came about and found his church full of people manipulating folk so they could be happy. Oh, y'all, come on now. Y'all quiet. Yeah, the truth of the matter is we are icons. And we are called to reflect him. Look at somebody, ask him, can you stand the press? See, because y'all pray, this is just, I can't get to, I can holler, I can shout, but in order to get to the other side of what's over there, I got to press it. Meaning it ain't gonna even open up until it's pressed. We shouting and having a good time. But when God really want to do ministry, we say, wait a minute, I'm TikTok. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going somewhere with that. See, because the truth of the matter is when the law is against you, you can't work. Oh, you better talk to me here. And that's why Jesus came. The Bible said he didn't come to destroy the law of the prophets. He came to fulfill it. He came to give it what it needed so that we could be who we're supposed to be, and so then we could get out and do the work. But the truth of the matter is, just like TikTok right now, the law is still against some of us, and that's why we only have a good time at church. And so now when the button is pressed, ain't nothing happening because the law is still against you. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me here today. You still under the old covenant when you ought to be under the new covenant. That's why I said we talk the way that we talk and we act the way that we act, because we have not experienced grace. Because when you experience grace, you don't walk on folk. You don't think you better than people. You know, if it had not been the Lord. Oh, hello, am I the only one in here that knows if God hadn't have stepped in my life, I'd have been dead a long time ago? I've done enough hell to go to hell 30 times, but he's been too good to me. Do you know why he's been good? He's been good to you so you can be a blessing. See, you didn't know all them years ago that when you was going through all of that, God was just setting up his program. I'm going to say that again. You didn't know that God was setting up his program, and he has a program, then he sets it up. Then, oh, God, pray for me here. Because the truth of the matter is you don't put an icon on a program that ain't finished. Oh, y'all pray for me here today. In other words, you make sure that the program is finished, and then you put an icon on it so that people will have access to it, because you don't want people coming into something that does not work. Oh, y'all gonna make me preach anyway. See, the truth of the matter is, and this is where we get it wrong, the reason why Jesus said it is finished is because you can't put an icon, a name, a symbol on something until the program is done. But you don't walk your old pretty self up in this church. You don't walk up in here thinking that you so smart. You done made all your money. You don't come up in here and thought it was you that got all of them degrees. You don't realize it was the Lord working for you to make you who you are. Oh, hello, that's why we hold our noses up. But the truth of the matter is, when you understand, it's the grace of God. For by grace are you saved through faith. It's not of works, lest any man. The truth of the matter is, that's why you are an icon, because he died for you. Somebody say he died for me. Somebody say he died for me. He died for me. He died for me because I couldn't die for myself. Lord have mercy. He died for me because I could not die for myself. Can I say it one more time? I'm sorry, I got to stay here because we've had this geriatric religion for thousands of years that made us forget why he died and what he died for. He was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities, and the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes, by his stripes, we are. Do y'all understand the healing ain't got nothing to do with your physical body alone? It's the world, we were sin sick. We were disconnected from God. And God decided he would reconnect us back to him. Making us, y'all pray for me here because I'm all over the place, but pray for me because the truth of the matter is Jesus didn't come down here to tell us about God. I know, not alone. Jesus came down here to tell us who we are, to let us know that you are kings, you are royalty. You walking around here just accepting all of this stuff. You were made to dominate. You were made to. Am I in the right house? Y'all looking at me like a calf at a new gate. Look at somebody and tell them you are somebody. The day you met Jesus. I'm sorry. Y'all pray for me. I got to slow down. But look at somebody, just tell them you are somebody. You are. I don't care if you've been in here 2 days. You are somebody. Matter of fact, if you ain't scared to touch them, give them a high five and tell them you are somebody. Yeah. See, if you ever get that in your mind, have y'all ever wondered why he's called King of Kings? I'm sorry, y'all. Have y'all ever wondered why he's called King of Kings? Yeah. But in order to be a king of kings, you got to have kings. I'm going to say it again. In order to be a king of kings, you got to have kings. And see, I told y'all before, maybe you didn't hear it before, but the truth of the matter is that if a king has a child, that child cannot be a king in the place that they rule and reign. They're only a prince. And so in order for them to become a king, they have to move out of their daddy's kingdom and find another kingdom so they can rule. Oh, hello, somebody. And so what God says is he's the king of heaven and we're the rulers down here in the earth. Oh, y'all pray for me now. We supposed to have dominion. You, Lord have mercy. I'm telling you right now, the devil ain't nothing, even to the weakest link. The devil ain't nobody.